My brother from another mother, I salute you. How are you doing today? I am doing great. Before we start, can I please ask you to do this? Let's all do this, please. It costs you nothing. We feel appreciated. It's done. Great stuff. Thank you very much for stopping. I was waiting for you. Great. Let's talk about some good things about Africa. This country here, Niger, you've heard about it numerous times. Niger has come up with a decree. It's basically a law, brand new law, doing what? From now on, they will prioritize product from the country. Meaning, if you are subsidized by the government, if you work for the government, if your company is a contractor of the government, if you are assigned a work or a job to build roads, to build school, to build an hospital, to produce things for children at school, you must get those products locally. Congratulations. Piga makofi, baby. Piga makofi. Yeah, piga makofi is clap your hand in Swahili. Again, Swahili is the most spoken language in Africa. All these countries here, everybody speaks Swahili. Yeah, the twang is different, they sound different, but if they listen to each other carefully with patience, they will understand each other. Maybe you should learn Swahili too. Matter of fact, South Africa just voted Swahili into the constitution as one of the extra languages. I believe that's the way to go. Anyway. Now, Niger is this country. It was colonized by the French. Many years ago, they were controlled, the economy, the social, and everything. A couple of years ago, this man right here toppled the president. This guy here. Okay, so you see this guy, light-skinned guy, was toppled by this guy, dark-skinned guy. Okay, forget about the light skin and dark skin. Anyway, the previous president, Mohamed Bazoum, was a big player of the French. He was controlled by French. Matter of fact, the country was hungry while the French were eating. They were taking all the uranium. This here is uranium. It's called the yellow cake. Very important, very rich, very expensive. French people came and got uranium as much as they wanted. And just make sure they nourish the president. Give the president some money. He's going to shut his own people up. Now, this man here, Tiani, got angry and he overthrew the president. He was actually the chief of security of the president. They took over the country. Now, he wants to work for the people. One of the things he's done is what? They've now said that this decree now establishes the obligation for government administration, public enterprises, and organizations receiving state subsidies to purchase locally produced food, except in case where such products are unavailable. Now, how does this grow the country? Support local producers like farmers and artisans. Number 2, reduce dependence on imports. Number 3, stimulate job creation. Number 4, strengthen food and industrial sovereignty. Number 5, implementation mechanism. Okay, let's get back to number 1. Okay, support local producers. Obviously, if you have people making maize in your country, making bananas, you shouldn't be buying bananas from elsewhere until the locally made banana is grown enough. You shouldn't give them competition. They need to grow. By doing that, you support the local farmers. You support the artisans so they can do work. Let's say people produce t-shirts locally. You should prioritize them to sell the t-shirt so they can get better. You can't put them into competition in other places. Let me give you an example. There are countries here in Africa. They order military equipment from foreign countries. And people get tendered to order military equipment. We're talking about clothes from other countries. Now, when they speak to China to import the military equipment, China say, I'm going to charge you, I'm going to give you a stupid example, $1 million. Okay? Then they're going to say to the government, we need $50 million. China only asked for $1 million. They took $50 million from the government. The $45 million could have been used to build schools, to build markets, to build hospitals, pharmacies. One person has used it for his personal interest, so he can have 5 wives. This is a reality of many countries in Africa. Like this one, DRC, Republic of Congo. This is what they go through. And forget about the mayhem and the wars and stuff. This is one of the issues they have. Now, not in Niger. You're not going to do that. You need to purchase things that are administrative from the country, locally. Number 3, this reduces dependence on import. I mean, there are countries in Africa that don't even make matches. They have to be imported. Gillette, what do you call it? Razor for your beard has to be imported. So you can't even shave your personal place. It's crazy stuff. By endorsing local people, you get them to create. So you give them some subsidies and money so they can create, and you force people to buy from them until they are grown enough. Then they face competition. Number 5, this stimulates jobs and creation. The more you have industries locally, more you have jobs. People don't run away going to Europe looking for opportunities. Then last, this strengthens food and industrial food sovereignty. When they ask you to order food for soldiers or for school children, and you order from Holland, you're enriching Holland. But if you order from local farmers, you are making sure the farmers grow and they can be competitive. Number 2, you are not dependent on Holland, because if Holland sanctions you, they don't send you food anymore, you starve. Are we together? Is this a good thing or not? Now, I think this is very interesting. The list has not been provided yet of items that have to be ordered locally unless it's not available. But here's some of the countries that are doing very similar thing. Number 1, the United States of America. Okay, the USA has got a very interesting act. They call it Buy American Act, 1933. Okay, this was reinforced in 2021. Okay, basically, the requirement is to purchase product made in the USA for federally funded projects up to 75%. So if you're looking for constructions, materials, it has to be purchased from the USA. Okay, that strengthens the economy. We have Rwanda. Look at Rwanda on the map. Rwanda has done something very interesting. Rwanda obliged people in the textile and clothing industry, like school uniforms, have to be made and purchased from local traders. Administrative attires for cleaners, for security guards, for some, businesses that are linked to the state must be purchased from locally made industries. This grows the local industry. Construction material, you want to build a home, build a house, build, a building. Okay. It has to be locally produced clay bricks. You must buy from Rwanda. You must buy locally produced cement, locally produced roofing and sheet. Okay. That's obviously is for public construction contract. Not talking about private stuff. If you have your own money, you can go buy from Europe if you want. But if this is a public building, they have to produce and buy from the local people to give them the boost that they need. School and office furniture must be made by local artisans or businesses. No buying from China. No flying to Japan. No getting money from government to go get books from some. No, it has to be made locally. That is how you grow a country. Now, let me put it this way for you. Many African countries, unfortunately, produce nothing. They just consume it. They just eat. Everything comes from, they don't produce anything. They're just eaters. And this has to stop. Now let's go to Madagascar. Madagascar has announced, fellas, the revocation of the Malagasy nationality from a former president. This man right here, Andry Rajoelina, former president. He was kicked out like 2 weeks ago by this man right here, a soldier, a colonel. We spoke about this. The colonel seized an opportunity. There were many young people in the street angry at the president. Why? Because of the lack of electricity. There was not enough electricity for everybody. There was load shedding. Maybe having electricity for 2 hours a day was bad. No water. Now, the government was so corrupt that they made sure the electricity was available only to the elite, the member of the Senate, the friends and cousins of the president. Other people else were just left on their own. Now, the students went to the street marching angrily. Then they were supported all of a sudden by the military. Now, the military was asked to shoot the students. They refused to do so. This colonel right here seized the opportunity to overthrow the president. Now, the bottom line here is Rajoelina had 2 nationalities. Even though he's a Malagasy president, he was also French. He acquired the French nationality in 2014 while he was still leading the country. Imagine, you are a president in an African country, but you acquire nationality from another country. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. That shows a bit of a inferiority complex. Like, I can understand you as a citizen getting a nationality from another country, but as a president, how do you explain that? Now, the Act 42 of the Malagasy Nationality Code stipulate that Malagasy citizens may be stripped of their nationality upon acquiring a foreign one, especially if it conflicts with national interest or legal obligation. So as a president, should you have another nationality from another country? Well, Rajoelina is not president anymore, but they have stripped him of the Malagasy nationality. Let me know how you feel about this, fellas. Niger basically forcing people to buy from Niger. Okay, no more buying things from elsewhere. We need to build the economy. We need to build local production. Is this a good thing or not? It was a great pleasure. I want to seize this opportunity to thank all the people that are supporting us privately, people from the private group. I see you. I respect you. Thank you for being here. We're going to have our live this weekend where we're going to talk. So you can call me and we can talk on the live. I appreciate you again. Drop a comment. This is not about me speaking. It's about us learning together. God bless.